Hey, Good Fox here. Today I have a MLB The Show 17 player review on 90 Kyle Schwarber. He is a set reward for the Chicago Cubs here in the NL set. There he is roping a ball. Let's see how far that to the freaking track and ground rule double. No, that was a home run. Round it all. All right, anyways, so let me know what you guys think about this review. I'm going to do whole at-bats here instead of just, if you guys would prefer, let me know in the future for these player reviews for the hitters, whether you just want to see the action shots, like how it ends up, where he hits it, basically, or do you want to see a whole at bats? Like with pitchers, I'm pretty confident like showing whole at bats because all I need to do is show the repertoire and how they break and how well it feels and whatnot, and give my feelings on that. But for these batters, though, but because the whole episode, as you can see, this was on these are taken head to head. It's tough to get head to head games lately with the servers. This was before some of this was before the update that made it fast mode. So this is with some of the highlights. But anyways, my thoughts on Schwarber through solos and head to head. Honestly, like the best hitter on my team. Now I can't say that against lefties. I faced mainly righties, like because most of the pitchers in the game are righties. I'm a little ahead of these balls, but God, he's smacking the crap out of it. I know this opponent in particular was throwing a lot of stuff low in the zone to me, and I was just having the hardest time hitting it for some reason. He's changing up speeds well enough, and there's a little what was that, a little cutter or slider or something like got underneath my bat there. Anyways, like as you saw, his average at the first frame of this video, 389 for me. I think that does include solos, but dude, he like lofts the ball better than somebody say like Willie Stargell, who has similar pop numbers, but this Schwarber can absolutely mash the ball over the fence. So it is a slow knuckle curve over the outside part. We let that one go. We're really with this player card, you're basically swinging for dingers. Now, I normally do a normal swing with him because I think he has enough pop to get over the fence with that. Like, I don't know if there's been testing done to determine how much stats you lose for doing contact versus power swing versus normal swing. That'd be good to have. That'd be good information to know from SDS if we can get that. Well, obviously the server is the number one priority. They are smacking. Will we stay fair? No, foul. Bounced it off the edge. So, unfortunately, my uniforms are still pretty ugly, but we are playing at his home park here in Chicago. So he is very familiar with these friendly confines. The sinker just sunk below. It's like the feedback on the right isn't the same as the feedback in the zone. I don't know which one's accurate here, but it's a little bit different where the ball's going for it's got and for where it's showing. There was a little high in the zone. I couldn't catch up to the high fastball and popped it out to the outfielder. So next at bat, Schwarber still up. Here we are in Boston. We got a big wall on the left called the Green Monster for those who are unfamiliar with baseball, maybe just learning, picked up the game. When I picked it up, Fenway Park here, can you hear Sweet Caroline? No, it's the first inning. So slider down the zone. It looks like it's pretty slow here. Getting back, I guess I could have done some cutting here, but back to Schwarber itself. Sorry, I guess in the future, maybe I'll do more cutting on these video reviews. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say in the description below. It seems like it's frozen. Oh, wait. Maybe because it is frozen. Thanks, SDS. God dang it. Come on. Come on. Next at bat. First at bat of the game. And what happens? He knows Schwarber's not on deck, so lost connection with him too. Great. All right. Enough of that joke. I've used it once, so we won't use it again. At least this review. But I do like to recycle jokes almost as much as I recycle pop cans. So let's see. Can he swing? I mean, his stance, I read an interesting thing on the subreddit. Some guy said Schwarber's stance screws up his like pitching meter or something. It was kind of like a weird take. I don't know what he means by that. I haven't pitched against a Schwarber yet that I remember, but the way he stands, maybe it gets in the way of a meter. Or I don't see it would be getting in front of like the analogs thing at all. But there I am swinging at something in the dirt. Terrible decision. But we'll swipe third. No big deal. So yeah, the loft swing on the 99 power versus right, 94 contact versus right. You're just seeing against righties here. I don't know if I included any against lefty footage because against lefties, only 53 contact, 84 power versus them. So it's like, well, I mean, last year I know you could stack your lineups and then just dashboard against lefties. This guy's the ultimate stack your lineup, but this year you can't really do that. So I do think he's definitely worth a roster spot. Obviously, being 90 with 99 power. Is quite amazing. In the field, his fielding isn't terrible. I think his biggest detriment, I haven't seen him drop any pop flies out out to him yet. His biggest detriment is obviously his speed. 42 speed. He's not going to cover a lot of ground. So if you get this card, you want to play in smaller ballparks. I don't know, something like Cincinnati maybe. Definitely don't go out into like get Forbes Field or something and try and play with Schwarber here. Get something. I guess Boston would be good. Cubs, solid, smaller ballpark, but don't put this guy like my home park's PNC Park. Not a great person to put in PNC Park. You definitely want one where he doesn't have to cover a lot of ground, maybe like a bandbox almost. So other than that, like besides for his weak fielding, amazing hitting. He can't bunt, but why would you bunt with this guy? Well, this game's all about smashing dingers. And smashing dingers, I heard, are pretty darn easy, Sometimes easy come, easy go. Sometimes you get to go, oh, man. That one looked good. That one looked real good. Just early on it, though. Hit speed 107. So he's got good exit. I would never... There's no need to do a power swing with Schwarber because of his 99 power versus righty. Like, if you just get your meter on it close enough, he's going to smack it out if you can get some loft on the ball. So I don't think there's a need to go power because you can't get much more power than 99. So just like go with contact. I would just do a normal swing because look at the size of his PCI. It covers most of the zone. I'm not facing like Kershaw here. Against Kershaw, his PCI would be a lot smaller, one because of the lefty and two because it's, Kershaw. But anyways, I think I got most of it. Fielding, arm strength 67, arm accuracy 63. So he's not going to be throwing out Starling Marte or Billy Hamilton or anything like that. There he is, just caught me looking. Bay caught me looking. Anyways, we're back up again. I guess we're back in Boston here against Quinn, and let's see what we can do. Badoosh! That's a good way to end it. Basically, his entire worth is against his batting against righties. So I would say go and get him if you can get him. Very expensive set. I don't know if it's worth it, but let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you tomorrow.